Hi there, my name is Ellie and I run Unwell Pilates. Today I have got a really nice 20-minute workout for you. We're going to be using our Pilates balls. So this is going to add a little bit of instability and extra challenge into your workout. If you don't have a ball like this, I would like you to use quite a thick cushion that you can fold and pop underneath you. That's going to act similarly to this squishy ball. Now, if you have one of these, I want you to make sure it's not blown up completely and it's not totally flat. So you need to have a little bit of give in it, otherwise it's going to make it super challenging. So it should be quite squishy and not really blown up that much. I'm going to really use it to add some more challenge today. So we're going to start in relaxation position. As ever, if anything doesn't feel right for you, please give that a little bit of a miss. I'm going to be giving you a little bit of adaptation as well. So choose the level that suits you best. And most of all, try and enjoy your workout today. Let's bring ourselves down onto the floor and lengthen ourselves down. So we're in relaxation position. We have our head supported by a little cushion here. So head resting and the weight going down to the back of your head, the back of your rib cage and the back of your pelvis. So before we begin, we're just going to set ourselves up here. Think about your shoulders drawing away from your ears, your arms are lengthening down and just enjoying this feeling of support that you're getting from the floor. So we're going to grab our balls or our cushions and pop them underneath our pelvis to start with. So here, if the ball is too blown up, you're really going to struggle to balance here. So take your arms down by your sides again and make sure that the ball is underneath that sacrum, which is that bony triangular piece of bone at the base of your spine. And we'll set ourselves up here. Our first move is just a little pelvic tilt. So what we do is we just tuck back, imprinting into the ball, and then inhale and arch away. So we're just tucking our tailbone, toe muscles coming in, so internal corset switched on. Inhale away. So just a lovely way to get a bit of movement through the base of our spine. So rocking back, arching away, and again, rocking and arch. Rock. Arch, good, and one more like this. And come back through to your neutral position. So you should still be having the neutral position of your spine as if you were in standing. Right, so now going into a little pelvic clock. Like to imagine your two button is 12 o'clock, your pubic bone is 6 o'clock, and your hips are 3 and 9. And you're going to send that clock hand around the face of the clock. It's going to rock back and imprint and then just start rolling around. So you're just trying to almost, go around the whole 12 hours of the clock. It's really hard to describe. I usually talk about this being a compass, but today I did a clock and I don't know why. So we're trying to get loads of movement through there. Because your hips are raised up, you're going to get slightly more than usual if you're on the floor. I'd like to think about keeping your legs and your knees nice and strong, so not falling out to the side or falling in towards each other. Shoulders away from your ears as well. Relaxing your jaw and your shoulders down. So we're going to go 6 times in one direction just to warm up our spine. And now let's reverse and go 6 times in the opposite direction as well. Rolling around. Good. Lovely. Last one. And come back through to center position. Now we're going to place our hands on our hips and go into a lovely little knee opening. We're going to roll on the side of one of our feet. So we breathe out, roll on the side, keep our hips facing up, and then inhale, draw that leg back through to your closed position. So breathe out to open, keep your shoulders down, inhale to return. Your hands are just making sure that your hips aren't moving. So we're not trying to kind of roll to one side on the ball. Trying to keep everything really level. Open out, draw back in. Breathe out to open, in to return. Internal corset really switched on. Super. Opening out, drawing back in. Open, roll on the side of the foot, and back in. Great. Open, return. When you're confident, you can take your arms away. And if you want extra challenge, float your arms up in the air. So now you're really relying on the strength of your body to make sure that you're not falling off and opening out to the side. Good. Again, open, return, return. Good. One last one on each side. So breathe out to open, rolling on the side of the foot, inhale to return, and again, open out on the foot, inhale to return. Let's walk our feet together now. Take your arms down by your side. We'll go into a double knee opening as you take your arms back into ribcage closure. So breathe in, breathe out, open both legs out to the side, float your arms back, keep your ribcage heavy and down rather than popping it up. Then inhale, float all the way back over and bring your knees together. Super. And again, all the way up and back, rolling on the edges of your feet, draw back in and close, arms coming down. Out. And again, breathing out and in. All the time keeping your jaw relaxed. Lovely. Final couple. Open, into return, lovely, and this is our last one, all the way up and back, well done. Draw back up and over, super. Walk your feet back through to hip distance apart position, give yourself a little bit of a wiggle round if you feel like you need to readjust yourself, then take your arms down by your side once again. So still got our feet bent, knees bent, feet on the floor. We'll go into our single knee fold, just like we do when we're on the floor. This time your hips in the air, the ball is really wobbly. So you can start with your arms down, breathing out. You're going to float the leg in as much as possible without altering the position of your spine. And then we inhale and lower that leg down. Great. And again on the other side. So keeping your hips level with each other, breathing out to float. Inhale to lower. Might feel really easy. That's absolutely fine if it does. We're still getting the benefits of this work. And I'd like you to think about supporting the back of your leg with your glutes. So using your glutes and float. Good. Breathing out. Bring it up. In to lower down. Hips remain level once again. Breathing out to float. Inhale to lower. Lovely. Now let's add in some arms. So we're going to float our arms up above our shoulders. And go once again, breathing out and in and out and in. Toe muscles coming in and down, remember. Always have that connection here. Breathe out and in, out and in. Lovely. So if this is too much, you can once again pop your arms down on the floor. And we'll do two last ones on each side. In, good. Out and in. Last one on each side. Great. Now, double knee fold. Take your arms down once again, just before you get into the feeling of this workout. We breathe out, bring leg one up. Breathe out, float. Second leg up to join it. Again, bringing those legs in as far as you can without losing the neutral spine and pelvis. You use your arms on the floor to help you balance. Leg one comes down as we inhale, and leg two comes down to join it. Good, let's go again. Breathe out and out. Internal corset switched on. Inhale and inhale. Now, if you did want to make this harder for yourself, you can add more air into the ball. If you want to make it easier, take some air out. It's up to you. Out and out. Good. In and in. And then for the next four, we're going to float our arms up in the air. So arms traveling up over your shoulders, palms facing. Let's go again. Breathe out. Out. So you can already feel it's a lot more challenging now that you haven't got your arms to support you and help you balance. Out. Out. Good. In. And you can lead with different legs. So rather than always bringing your right leg up first, you can play with bringing your left leg up as well. Good. Let's do 2 more of these, they're quite fun. Breathing out, good. In, on here. Out, in, and in. Let's float our arms down, and now going into our toe taps. If you need a rest at any point, please take it. You're going to float and float. So now we're just going to tap that foot down, so you're just hinging at the hip and tapping down and returning. Good. We breathe out, tap, into return. This is too easy. I'd like you to challenge yourself and start tapping a little further away. So you're really reaching through that leg. Tap and return. Tap and return. So reaching through, keeping the shoulders relaxing down. You probably guessed what's coming next. If you want to make this harder, again, you float your arms up above your shoulders. And now you're just relying on your torso to help maintain this beautiful position as you tap. Remember to breathe, breathing out and in. Good. Ooh, had a bit of a wobble there. Out and in. Lovely. Doing really well. Super. And remember to try and just engage the back of the leg and the glutes a little bit more to support your leg rather than just kind of clutching through the hip flexors, which get quite tight at the front of your legs. Lovely. Last one on each side here, doing really well. Super. And then just hug your knees in, have a little bit of a rest, have a rock from side to side before we come into our next exercise. If you need to, you can just readjust the ball. And we're going into our single leg stretch now. So float our legs up one at a time once again. We're going to keep our head down, bring our heels together and our knees apart. And from here, we're just going to lengthen one leg away as we draw the opposite knee in. So you can keep your arms on the floor if you wish and do your leg lengthen and return, or you can bring your arms up and use them to guide your knees in towards your shoulders. So you lengthen away, breathe out. Use the opposite hands, your hands to draw the opposite knee in. Inhale back to center. Exhale, lengthen, knee comes in. Inhale back to center. So we're just trying to avoid rocking. So really drawing internal corsets. That's it, super, doing really well. Draw the knee in and return. Breathe out and in, doing really well. So just take the time to kind of stabilize between your leg movements. Personally, I kind of want to keep rocking from side to side, so there's a little bit of an internal battle here. Good. Drawing in, good. Take the leg further down and away as a bit of an extra challenge. For an easier one, you can take your leg up to the ceiling. Last one on each side. Draw in, return, lengthen the leg away, and come back. Good. Still to maintain this double knee fold, let's take our legs, arms down to the floor and go into a bit of a cycling movement. So I like to draw the legs in and just smoothly start cycling around. So really working on our control now. Keeping the muscles switched on and coming in to support you. Using your arms for stability here. And of course, if you want to make it harder, float your arms up. So now you're just balancing on the ball as you go into that leg movement. That's it, lovely. Let's go 4 and 3. Just kind of breathing normally for this one. 2 and our final one. Good, bring your knees in and again have a little rest here. So rock from side to side. Let's pop our feet back down onto the floor and then lift up your pelvis and extricate the ball. Oh, it feels really weird to go onto the floor now. So you're just going to switch up the position of the ball now and pop it between your shoulder blades. So you're going to lengthen ourselves back down. Knees are still bent, feet are still on the floor, but now the ball is supporting you in this curled up position. So we can just set ourselves up here. You can have your hands behind your head just until you kind of get sorted. And then try and lengthen your arms down by your side. These are going into our ribcage closure and arm circles. Now, to keep a little nod of the chin here, just to protect your neck. Breathe in. As you breathe out, we're going to float our arms up and back into ribcage closure and then sweep them around by our sides. Maintain this curl-up position, so all the way up and back and sweep. Good. Up and back, sweep. And you might find you're getting a little bit more movement at the shoulder because it's got a little bit more space behind and around you to move. So rather than having the floor there when we're in our normal ribcage closure position, you can really reach up and back, but maintain this curl up. Let's go. 2. That's it. And 1 more. And now we're going to do exactly the same, but we're going to let our spine move as well. If you need to have a rest, just support your head in your hands once again. And now we're going to go into that up and over as well. So as you reach your arms up and over, let your head go back. So you're arching and extending through your spine. And then sweep around, tuck your chin and come back up. So you're breathing out, up and back, arching through your spine. Inhale, sweep, return. We do 3. Good. And 4. Good. 5. Lovely. So we now get to that lovely extension through our spine. And our final one here. All the way up and over. Good. And then this one, we're going to come back and rest here. So let your arms travel out behind you. Let your head rest on the floor. And let the front of your ribcage just start to expand. So we're in a supported extension here. So breathe in wide and deep and breathe out and try and relax into this position. You might find that you're getting a bit of stretch through the shoulders, the front of the chest as well. And just try and lengthen your arms out. We'll take a few more breaths here. And then clasp your hands behind your head and use your hands to help you come back through to your curled up position. Because now we're going to go into some crisscrosses, but with our head in our hands supported like this. So we have got instability through the ball. I'm just trying to set myself up here. So instability through the ball. So we're not just in the normal curl up. Then we float our legs in one at a time. And then we're going to go into our crisscross. So let's breathe in. As you breathe out, start lengthening one leg away. And then just twist your spine. So you're rotating towards the opposite knee. Inhale back to center. We rotate to the side. Oh, it's quite tricky. Back to center. Rotate, lengthen. Inhale and back. Whoa, it's really challenging actually. So the ball, again, element of instability, meaning that it's harder to go into that oblique twist. You might find that one side is a little better than the other. Go again, over to the side, back in, and again, lengthen and back. Let's see if we can go 2 more times. I don't know if you can hear from my voice, but this is so hard. For me anyway, you might find it easy. Last one. Oh, keeping the 2 muscles coming in and down. Final one, back to center. Push your feet back down one at a time and smoothly roll yourself off the ball and bring yourself up through to a seated position, however suits you. Well done. Good. So just setting yourself up here. We're going to go into our 2 final breaths. So trying to get the weight going down evenly through both of your sitting bones. Let's take our arms out to the side. Take a deep breath in. As we breathe out, float the arms up, reaching through our fingers. Press the air away. And one more time here. All the way up, reaching through your fingers, press the air away. Give yourself a nice clap and we're done. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've had lots of fun using the Pilates ball as part of your workout. So take care and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.